Hi, my name is Otis with Adult Fitness. I'm coming from my very beautiful living room, and I hope everyone's remaining safe. Today in this video, I'll be leading you guys through a warm-up. Alright, so to start, we're going to start off with just simple side steps. And then we're going to go into a bicep curl. Really feeling that contraction phase in your biceps on the way up. And then remember to breathe through our exercises today, in through your nose and out through your mouth. After this, we're going to go into a tricep extension, and we're going to do that here in 3, 2, 1. With a slight bend in your hips, slowly kick those triceps back out, slow on the way up. After this, we're going to go into a chest stretch with your hands interlaced behind your back. We're going to transition into that here in 3, 2, 1. Feeling that chest stretching your back and your chest. And remember that you could lift your arms up higher if you feel more of a stretch, or for a lower intensity, keep your hands more near, lower to your body, closer to your body. After this, we're going to stretch our upper back by interlacing our fingers out in front of us and pushing those shoulders forward. And we'll transition to that here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feeling that stretch in your upper back, feeling your shoulder blades come apart, really feeling that stretch. And after this, we're going to go and do some shoulder rotations. And we'll do that here in 3, 2, 1. Starting off small and slowly increasing in size as we go out through this rep. Now let's get a little bigger. Feeling that strain, that burn in your shoulders. After this, we're going to stretch our shoulders out with a single arm across the body. And we'll transition to that here in 3 more reps. In 3, 2, and 1. Now with your right arm across your body, feeling that stretch across your shoulder. Remember to place your arm either on your upper on your arm or on your forearm, staying away from that elbow joint. And right now we can transition into a march, keeping that stretch going, remembering to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. We'll transition to our other arm here in 3, 2, 1. Stretching that shoulder again, staying off, keeping your hand off the elbow joint. You don't want to put pressure there. We'll hold it here for 10 more seconds. After this, we'll go into a bicep stretch and a forearm stretch. And we'll do that here in 3, 2, and 1. Pushing those fingers down and feeling that stretch in your forearm and in your bicep. The higher you hold your arm up, the more of a stretch you'll feel. The lower down you have it, the less of a stretch you feel, whatever feels comfortable to you. Remember stretching to the point of discomfort but not pain. And we'll switch to our other arm here in 3, 2, 1. Hey, click the laptop. Remember to keep that stretch, pushing on those fingers. After this, we're going to go into some squats with calf raises. And we'll transition to that here in 3, 2, and 1. With feet shoulder width apart, squatting down to about 90 degrees, and then upwards through your calves onto your toes. And you can also go down all the way to 45 degrees, up into your toes. Entirely up to you, depending on your preferred intensity level. Going at your own pace. After this, we're just going to stand back up, go into some V-steps with a tricep stretch. Just warming those legs up. And we'll transition to that here in 3, 2, and 1. V-step, stepping out and then back in. and grabbing your right arm and going into that overhead tricep stretch. Remembering to try to stay away from the elbow joint if you can, pushing on your upper arm. And then we'll transition here into our other arm. In 3, 2, and 1. Stretching our other tricep while keeping those steps. Remember to only go to the point of discomfort, not pain. I hope you guys are all staying safe during all this craziness, and that you guys are staying inside, social distancing like we should be. After this, we're going to go into some calf stretch with some toe touches, stretching both our hamstring and our calf. And for that, we're going to go into feet together, putting your heel out and reaching for that toe while dorsiflexion or pulling that toe back towards your shin. Feeling that stretch in your calf and your hamstring, making sure to keep your chest high and back straight, not rolling your shoulders forward, but keeping good posture while you do this. Remembering to breathe. We'll switch to our other leg here in 3, 2, and 1. With our left leg here, same thing, pulling those toes back to your shin. I'm sorry I left. I have all 7 of my siblings in the living room watching you right now. Remember to reach for that toe, keep the chest tight and the shoulders rolled back. Feeling that stretch in your hamstring and your calf. That was my sister Allie who just poked her head in the video. I apologize. After this, we're going to go to a seated position and we're going to do some butterflies. We're going to transition to that here in 3, 2, 1. Now sitting on the ground, your feet crossed, remembering that the closer your feet are to your body, the more of a stretch you'll feel. You should feel that stretch in your adductors. And also, if you want more intensity, you can push your elbows on your knees and put some pressure there. Remember not to flap your legs, as we don't want ballistic stretching. Keeping your chest high, your shoulders straight. After this, we're going to go to a split legs, reaching down the middle to stretch our lower back. And we'll transition to that here in 3, 2, 1. Reaching forward, keeping your head up, feeling that stretch in your lower back and your erector spinae. After this, we're going to go onto our sides and do some quad stretch, some adduction, and some abduction. We're going to transition to that here in 3, 2, 1. While laying on your side, grabbing your foot or higher up on your leg, avoiding that ankle, but grabbing your foot or toes, pulling that foot towards your glutes, feeling that stretch in your quad. Remembering to breathe throughout all of your exercises, like I've said. After this, we're going to go into some abduction. And we're going to do that here in 3, 2, and 1. Raising that same leg up towards the air. Getting as close as you can to 90, but to whatever level you feel comfortable going. You can rest that head on that bicep or on your hand, whichever you prefer. Really feeling that burn in your adductors, your abductors. After this, we're going to go into some adduction on our opposite leg. And we're going to do that here in 3, 2, 1. Folding that leg you were just exercising with and lifting that other leg up towards your body. Going as high as you can. Really feeling that burn. After this, we'll flip to our other side and stretch out our other leg and work out those opposite muscles. We're going to do that here in 3, 2, and 1. Flipping over to our other side, grabbing that opposite leg, again on the foot, keeping your body as straight as possible, resting that head on that bicep with that hand, and stretching that quad. Remembering to only go to the point of discomfort, not pain. After this, again, we'll go into those abductors. And we'll transition to those here in 3, 2, and 1. Raising that leg up again. Trying to get to 90 if you can, but if you can't, that's okay. Going to whatever's comfortable for you. As long as we're all getting a nice warm-up in before our workout. After this again, we're going to fold our leg over our other and raise that opposite leg up towards our body. And we'll do that here in 5 reps. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Folding that leg over, planting that foot, keeping it as flat as possible, and lifting that other leg up towards your body. Helps for me to kind of hold on to my other leg to make sure it stays there. Resting that hand on the bicep. Remembering to breathe throughout. Up on the lowering phase and out on the raising phase. After this, we're going to flip over onto our backs and do some crunches. And we'll do that here in 3, 2, and 1. Now on your back, you can have your feet on the floor or raise them up. It's up to you. Raised up, you're getting more of a higher intensity. Lifting that head up off the ground, keeping your hands next to your ears. Trying to make sure you're not straining that neck or lifting that neck. Pulling all your body weight with your core. And we'll do 10 more reps here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we'll go into some single leg raises, work on those hip flexors. Planting your non-working out leg on the ground and lifting the other leg up in the air. Going as high as you can. Really getting a nice workout on those hip flexors. After this, we'll switch to our other leg. We'll do that here in 3 more reps. And 2, 1. And switching your other leg, planting the other one on the ground, your foot on the ground, and lifting your leg up. The straighter that leg, the harder the exercise. But if you need to, you can go from a bended leg as well. After this, we're going to flip onto our stomachs, and we're going to do some push-ups. We'll transition to that here. In 3, 2, and 1. Flipping onto our stomachs, going from that push-up stance, with hands about shoulder width apart from our chest, hands closer together from our triceps, and you can feel free to go from your knees as well. We'll go down and up, trying to get 10 reps here. 7, 6, and 3, 2, 1. Now dropping down into a plank from your elbows. We'll sit here and hold this for 15 seconds. Then feel free again to go from your knees. Holding that, squeezing your core tight. Remembering to breathe throughout. After this, we'll go onto our knees and do some bird dogs to work out that lower back. And we'll transition that here in 3, 2, and 1. Go from that bird dog stance, lifting your right arm up and left leg up. Then going your left arm and right leg, opposite leg, and just alternating. Trying to get full extension on both that arm and that leg, almost in that tabletop position. Again, remembering to breathe. After this, we're going to some cobra stretch and stretch out those ab muscles that we just exercised with the crunches. Then we'll transition to that here. In 3, 2, and 1. Bending down and pushing up off your palms with your head up high, stretching out those abs, or from your elbows, whatever you feel is best for you. We'll hold this here for about 10 seconds. After this, we're going to go back into a seated position, get some Russian twists in. Work out those obliques. And we'll do that here. In 3, 2, and 1. Again, flipping to a seated position. Having your feet planted on the ground or up, but twisting side to side, trying to touch the floor. If you can, try to keep those legs still and really focus on tightening and engaging that core. Keeping your head up high, not bent. We're going to do another 10 touches on each side. 10 touches total, so 5 on each side. And we're going to transition to our feet here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up onto our feet, we're going to work on some of our balance work. Today we're going to do the tree pose, placing that foot either touching on the ground, underneath the knee, or higher up above the knee. Make sure not to push it on the knee. Then if you want, put your hands up into that pose, or up down into your chest, whatever you prefer, or just on your hips. We're going to hold it here for a little bit, and then transfer to our other leg. We're going to transfer to our other leg here. 3, 2, and 1. Again, just holding. And if with the higher intensity, raising it above your knee. Lower intensity below your knee. Or if you need to, touching the ground, just getting that good balance in. Trying to stay active during this quarantine. After this, we're going to go into some high knees for cardio. And if needed, if high knees feels like that might be too much, you can always just do quick feet, as long as we're just getting the heart rate up, whichever you prefer. We're going to transfer into those here in 3, 2, 1. Going into some high knees, starting a little bit low, and then slowly building up to about our knees hitting a 90-degree angle. And we're going to speed up, go as fast as you can, and hold it here for as long as you can. And we'll be done here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. Good way to get a warm up with me, and have a great workout.